everybody. And we are back with the Conquer Rundown podcast. Today, I am joined by my star team, the drone team. How you guys doing today?
What's up? I'm all right today.
How you doing, Lisa?
I'm good.
All right. On the microphone, we have Sergio Varela Jr. and we've got Lisa Jr. We got two juniors with me. And we're here to talk about every 15-minute project that we just concluded once again. So this podcast is intended to update you on what we did, update you, the listeners, on what happened, what the every 15 minutes project was about, how it got accomplished, where we won, where we lost, what we failed at, and how we got through it. And my guest today is the drone team. So, real quick, just so we understand, this team is pretty special to me because we never had a drone team before. Yeah. We just had camera operators, we had an audio technicians, we had members of the group that wanted to be directors, but we never really focused on drones. And before I get my drone team involved in this conversation, one of my biggest fears was the freeway right next to us. So we're coming to you live from Los Altos High School, literally right off the 60 freeway and the 605, and we're a couple of feet away from the freeway, and that was always my biggest fear with the drone. You know, if I'm not paying attention and a drone operator gets a little excited, and that drone gets flown over the freeway, that was my biggest fear. And Sergio's laughing right now. You guys can't see it, but Sergio's laughing his butt off because the one rule I gave Sergio, what was it, Sergio? What was that one rule I gave you?
He gave me a rule which honestly I really didn't focus on. I really didn't hear him. I kind of forgot, I guess. He told me to fly the drone one day and just to practice with it. And I was practicing draining the battery because we're trying to figure out how long the battery lasted. So what I was doing, I flew to one of the locations where I was going to be flying at for the production. And just for fun, I flew over the freeway just to get like a cool shot. I was like, damn, this is pretty cool, you know? And then when the battery drained, I went back to class. I showed Garcia. I was like, hey, you got to see this shot, man. Like, I went over the freeway. He looked at me right away. He was like, you went over the freeway? I was like, yeah, I went over the freeway. Why?
My heart dropped. I mean, everything turned out fine. The drone was with him. The battery test went well, but just the words, I flew over the freeway, and my heart fell to my knees. I just could not believe it. But the good thing is that was done. Nothing really went wrong, and he learned his lesson, right? We're never doing that again. But yeah, so that was one of the issues I had. But now that I know I got to communicate that properly, we'll never go through that process again.
I also do believe that's kind of illegal too. It is illegal as well.
That's why I said let's not go through that. Yeah. But enough of that. But so about 2 months ago, it was confirmed that we were going to do this project, and I was trying to find the right people for the right departments, and I just so happened to already be preparing a lecture on drone piloting and drone operators and how to get our license, and I just mentioned it casually to Sergio, like, hey Sergio, what do you think about drones? He's like, hey, I got one, Mr. Garcia, I got one, and okay, so that sparked my interest. I'm like, all right, here we go. Yeah. And that was just the foundation and the basis of what we have right here is a legitimate drone operating team. And so we started to film or produce and put together a team to support Sergio's drone team. So we got a moment to just ask the class who was available or who was interested, and we've got two volunteers that stepped up. So introduce yourself real quick.
My name is Lisa, and I'm a junior.
And what was your role in the drone team?
My role was the producer.
All right, the team lead. Lisa was in charge of coordinating practices, coordinating the team, managing the team. What was it? The flight log. What did you do with the flight log, Lisa?
What's the flight log?
It was the
Oh.
log where you took notes.
Yeah, okay, so we double checked if the drone was okay to fly, and we took notes on the shots we had to take and everything we had to practice before the event.
Yeah. Yeah. So she was in charge of coordinating all the pre-flight checking. So we would check the batteries, we would check the controller, we would check the weather, we would check the drone. The last thing we want is the drone going up in the air and then a propeller flying right off. And there Sergio is with the controller in his hand and a broken drone in the other hand. So she was in charge of all the pre-flight coordination and checklist. And then also during the flight, she was doing what, Lisa? During the flight, what were you doing?
I was taking notes on how high the drone was and the speed of it.
Exactly. Yeah. And then he's not on microphone right now. He says the government is currently searching for him, so he chose not to be on mic right now. But Dantes de la Parra, he was our co-pilot. And I wish he really had a microphone right now, because Sergio, talk to me about Dantes.
Dantes, he did really well. Honestly, I really can't believe how much he done for our team. Actually, he was a really good pick. He helped us up a lot, like really much a lot. He helped out like the technical stuff for the drone, the computer, the remote control. You know, he found out a lot of things for it that like really helped us out during the production, which was pretty cool. You know, I was kind of like, damn, like what the heck, like we need this guy on our team.
Yeah. I mean, this guy, we would just so happen to mention, hey, does anybody know how to unload the footage off of the controller, for example?
And like 10 minutes later, he like, oh, I got it, Mr. Garcia. I have it right here. Like, what the heck is so fast? Like,
The next question was, does anybody know how to turn this from meters into feet? Same thing.
right away.
And the
Right
next thing
away.
was, does anybody know how to pre-map a flight route? And 5 minutes later, I mean, this guy was money on the spot. Everything we asked, even when we didn't ask.
Yeah, he'll give us random
He would
tips
just
here and
give-
there. It was cool. Yeah, it actually helped a lot too as well.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the co-pilot's job, right? Where Sergio was in charge of he'll introduce himself right now, but Sergio was the pilot. And as the co-pilot, we chose a perfect guy, man. Dantes was getting all the information that was needed for the flight. He was mapping out our course. He was there on the spot. Anything that needed to be done, he took care of it so Sergio and Lisa could do their jobs. So we chose proper there. So our third member of the team is?
My name is Sergio Varela. I am a junior at Los Altos High School.
And what did you do for this drone team?
For the drone team, well, kind of explains itself. I am the pilot of the drone. I took all the recording shots, all like the little B-roll you see during the film, like the shots going up, you know, the school shots early in the morning, just like I get all the little shots, you know. Like if you'll see when you see the videos and stuff, it's pretty cool.
So before we see the video, let's talk about first personally. What was your experience like? How many hours did you have before I put the practice drone in your hands? How many practice hours had you had before that?
Like before the whole thing started. I mean, I used to own a couple of drones when I was younger. I started flying when I was probably like around like 10, like 9. My dad got me into it.
Nice.
I not gonna lie, I kind of broke those drones that I used to have. I still have one in my closet, which it was my last one. My last one I had was, I forgot the name of it. It was something HS.
Okay.
But it was pretty good. It was a pretty big drone. It was probably the biggest one I had. My dad gave it to me.
Okay. So let's say 10 hours, 8 hours of practice time?
Yeah, like I had a couple practices here and there, but it wasn't as much as I did for this footage, this production. Like I've never done nothing like this, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So okay, so then I talked to you about our drone project and the drone team that we're trying to put together. And what was your thought getting into this team?
Honestly, when you mentioned it, it was kind of just like a thing in my head. Like, okay, like he's asking for something, you know, big deal, you know?
Yeah.
Until I got into it, I was like, you know what, this actually might be a pretty good opportunity for me to actually like, you know, show my skills, see like what I could do, you know.
Yeah.
So it was turned out pretty good, you know.
Oh,
Like,
that pretty good is not enough, man. It turned out.
Oh, that turned out great, yeah.
Yeah, we had fun. We had fun. Okay, so now let's talk about the training. Lisa, what would you say? How many days did we show up on a weekend to help Sergio in his training for this project?
I feel like we took maybe a week.
Yeah, right. Like we came in on 4 to 5 weekends in a row,
Soft,
right? And the weather when it was raining, California's going through this crazy rainstorm right now. But when it was raining, we couldn't fly, so we tried flying indoors, and that didn't really work out for us.
Work at all.
So then we just had to wait it out. But yeah, we were coming in on Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. sometimes to see the sunrise, and and
crazy.
how long will we practice, Lisa?
I'm thinking maybe about 2 hours at most.
Yeah, I would say that.
Around there,
Yeah. And did you think it paid off, man? Do you think we
Oh,
needed
yeah.
more?
It really did. It really did. Honestly, like in the beginning, I was very uncomfortable. I was scared, and now I'm like, whatever about it. I'm like, damn, like okay, like I could do this now. Like, give me area, give me a spot to play. I'll play it.
Hell yeah. Hell, I love it. I love it. And that was the thing, man. I think I could speak for all of us here, Dante and Lisa. We saw how nervous you were. We felt that energy. And I think we all committed around you to like, hey, if Sergio needs it, we gotta show up. And I mean, poor Dante was waking up when he Dante says he doesn't wake up till 2 p.m, and he was out here at 9 a.m, ready to go. Lisa was over here just hustling, getting everything ready. And yeah, man, we felt your energy, dude, and you did not seem like yourself, and we just committed to extra time around you, and I think it paid off, man. You're right. It really paid off. Like those last 2 practices, you were on it, man. You knew what you wanted to do, and you felt good about that. Speak more on that, please.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool, honestly. The practices, they really did pay off, honestly. Like I said, from the beginning of the practices, I was very nervous. I was very scared of my surroundings, this and that, mainly because I haven't really like flew like as much as I did. So it was really a nerve-wracking feeling. But the practices, they really did pay off, because honestly, how do I say it? It was just dang, I can't get the words.
Okay, so let me interrupt here. So we started off with a $200 practice drone.
Oh yeah, it was a little small DJI tele drone. Yeah, it was.
No,
whatever.
it was not a DJI. It was just a different little practice drone. But it was just something that we just purchased because we knew they were gonna break. We knew they were gonna crash. I figured for sure they were gonna end up on the roof somehow. And then we moved on to the big boy. Talk to me about the big boy.
Okay. All right. So the big one. Okay. So we only got like 1 week flying the little drone, and then we moved on to the big one, which I was pretty excited. I was really excited to open it up, see how it is. And honestly, it was better than the little drones. It flew way better. And it was
tell me, what's it called? What do you know about that drone?
The big one.
Yeah.
All right. So it's the DJI Telo. No, not the Telo. My bad. The DJI sign.
Mavic.
Mavic sign.
Mavic sign.
3,
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah. That's a $5,000 drone.
Oh, yeah.
How did you feel flying a $5,000 drone?
All right, and I was so nervous in the beginning. I went home to my parents and all that. Like, I was like, "Hey, like, Mr. Garcia, they want me to fly a $5,000 drone." Like, I told my aunts, I told a lot of people in my house, and they're all like, "What the heck?" Like, I was like, "Yeah, I know. I'm so nervous, but I'm so excited for it, mainly because it's a professional drone. I haven't flew a professional drone, so I was like, damn, like, I want to see how it feels, how it flies, how it looks." I was just ready.
So what was that like going from a practice drone to the real drone?
Honestly, the practice drone, it was whatever. Like the flying is kind of like choppy.
It was rough.
Yeah, it was rough flying. I moved on. Honestly, when I moved on to the bigger drone, it was more of a smooth feeling. I felt more comfortable flying that than the little drone.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Yeah. So do you recommend the DJI Mavic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get myself one, but that's too expensive. Heck no.
So let me talk to Lisa real quick. Lisa, you got a chance to fly both of these drones, the practice drone and the Mavic.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts?
The first one, I really had fun with it, practicing with it and landing it. But the big one, I was like flying it, and I was flying it way too fast.
Yeah, you're too wild. I gotta just interrupt you and say, you gotta slow down, kid. No matter which drone we put Lisa in charge of, the practice one, the Mavic, even the virtual flights, this girl flies like 80 miles an hour top speed no matter what. And one time I happened to be walking trying to find Sergio and Lisa, and that drone just came out of nowhere. Whoom, and it was like in an obstacle course in the middle of the school. I was like, oh my God, Sergio's going crazy on it. And when I walk up, I found out it wasn't Sergio, it was Lisa the whole time. She was just flying it Top Gun style. It was crazy. So yeah, man, this is my plea to you. Watch your speed, kid.
That really did scare me too. It really did.
Yeah, she outdid all of us. We still can't beat her high score. Okay, so I want to move on to real quick before we watch this. Because as you know, we've already watched this clip at the assembly. But what was your state of mind once the production actually started? What were you going through?
Like, what was I going through, like, in general? I mean,
were you
honestly,
excited? Were you nervous?
I was really excited the day of. Like, honestly, like, but before that, I was nervous, of course. You know, of course, during the big production and stuff. It's my first time doing like a production, flying a drone professionally. You know, so it's like, damn, it's a lot of stuff on me. You know, like it's a lot of pressure on me. You know, because I had to get the shots right. You know, I never really flew a drone that has a camera. You know, that really has like a camera that I need to record, take pictures on. You know, so it's like, dang, it's like that's a lot. You know? If I mess up this shot, then we can't use it, or you know, just trying to get the best shots as I can for the video, which they did turn out pretty good. You know,
no, they turned out great. Yeah. Okay, so what I want to do real quick is I just want to go through this video. And I just want to show you a couple of shots, and I want to get your thoughts, okay? So first off, let's just start this off real quick. And look at that. How does it feel knowing that we're using your shot to start off our film? What does that feel like?
Honestly, that feels really good.
Right?
Because, like I said, I never done anything like this. So it's like, damn, like I played a pretty good big role in this film, you know?
The biggest, some would say, right? I mean, look at that sunset. It was really hard for us to grab this sunset with all the clouds in the way, and the idea that we had to be here at 6 a.m. Actually, we had to be here at 5:30, and then start setting up, do our pre-flight checklist, because we're a safe crew over here with Lisa leading us. And then we had to try to get this sunrise. This sunrise shot was crucial to how I wanted to build the story. And although there was a lot of clouds in the way, there's a bunch of haze that didn't allow for what we wanted. This was a great way to start the show, dude. Yeah. A great way to start the film. Thank you for this, man. I appreciate you guys waking up early and going through this. So we're going to go ahead and push play, and we're going to go ahead and skip ahead real quick. And then we're going to start off with, there we go, another drone shot to follow up. So we start off with the drone shot, with the sunrise shot. We move on to what we call the empty streets of Los Altos before the accident. Yeah. And then our third shot is the hallways of Los Altos. Yeah. So what does it feel like to see this, man?
This shot, honestly, I was just flying the drone, you know. It was when you left. You went to go get food, you know.
Yeah.
So I was just flying the drone, you know, whatever. And I was taking those shots. Honestly, I didn't know that you're gonna put those shots in there. I was like, dang, he put these shots in there. I was just messing around, but they came out pretty good.
This is what I always say, man. record, because you never know when I'm gonna use it. Look at this. Right now we're staring and we're looking at a clip of our football field, our brand new football field, a football field that isn't being used right now. So it's nice, clean, well taken care of. And he also did a bird's eye view of this as he's zooming out and flying over. And in between that, I'm cutting back and forth between school interviews where students are talking about, you know, what they're going to miss about high school. And then we go back to the drone shots. Look at this. These are beautiful shots, Sergio. So tell me, since your dad inspired you, your dad bought you a couple of drones. Did he see this film? What are his thoughts?
He hasn't seen it. I did tell him about the production.
Okay.
And he did wanted to come on and see the film like in person, but I was like, I don't think he can, you know. But
No.
I haven't talked to him ever since. But I'm gonna
Look
talk
at
to
this
him
one. Look
now
at this one.
about
Look
it.
at this shot right here. A little choppy.
Yeah.
I see what you talk about. I agree with you, but man, I just like the flow of, you know, the hallways and then this. And then we've got this shot. But we're not going to talk about this, okay? All right, I'm going to talk to Lisa and not Lisa, I'm sorry. We're going to talk to Sarah and Rose tomorrow about these shots and our disappointment with it. Oh my God. They warned me about this, but we had to do it. Anyways, there's only a couple of other shots that I wanted to go through. One of the most important shots that we wanted to get out of the shot or get out of the way early was what we called the spirit shot. Talk to me about the spirit shot, Sergio.
The spirit shot, that one was pretty it was pretty stressful, mainly because it was in a tight space, and with the drone it does have sensors on it, you know, so if the sensor goes on you can't move it, you know. So
what was the spirit shot? Tell me that.
the spirit shot was the body, like the spirit leaving the body from the car crash.
Yeah.
That's what we mainly based it off of.
So let's take a look at it real quick. So as Sergio said, this was the idea that our crash victim is deceased now, and these are the last seconds, and this is simulating the spirit leaving the body. Look at that. So dark. So dark. So
I can't get over the dog.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You guys can't see it, but somebody was walking their dog as we were filming that shot. So that's what I'm saying. It was the dark moment, man. But we've got another spirit shot coming up, and I love the chaotic look of this. Man, that was awesome. But yeah, those were the two shots that Sergio was in charge of. Let me just go ahead and move up ahead. Talk to me about what, now that this project is over, now that this project is in our rearview mirror, what did you learn about yourself, Sergio?
I learned that I can actually fly a drone without looking at it, being scared and stuff. I could finally fly a drone, looking at the camera, you know, the controller, not worrying about my surroundings as much as I used to before. So that's sort of one thing I kind of did learn about myself.
Yeah.
You know.
Lisa, tell me about yourself. What did you learn about yourself in this project?
To just have more fun than like thinking about like everything to do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I did not expect that. Okay, good. Thank you. Because that's what I always say. I try to mention this to my students that if you're not having fun in this production, you got to stop real quick. I understand you're stressed out, or I understand people aren't really giving you what you need, and those are different cases. But if you're upset, if you're not having fun, take a step back, take 5-10 seconds to vent real quick, and then get right back into it. Eventually, you're gonna find a way to deal with what is ruining your time right now. Good, Lisa. So Dantes, I know you're not on microphone, but real quick, just what did you learn about yourself, man? I'll answer that for you. I think you learned you're the best damn co-pilot at Los Altos High School. So I think we all learned a little bit. And for me, what I learned is I could depend on you guys. I could trust you guys. I made a right decision. And sometimes all we need is just a little bit of support to gain confidence, you know, and that's what we did. We gathered around you. We kept supporting you in what you needed, and that made your confidence, you know, grow, and that also put you in a situation where you felt at ease during this production, and you could go through it, man. And so that's what I learned about myself. If I trust in you, if I believe in you, and I support you, you could do anything, and you guys did. You guys did.
Yeah, I agree with Lisa too. It was fun, you know, like just having like a good vibe and stuff. just having fun out there. It really made the vibe pretty cool. And,
Yeah.
you know, like it made the production feel pretty cool with our team, you know.
Because we were having fun,
Yeah.
right? We were out here joking.
Yeah.
I found $1 one day. We're out
Yeah.
here at the soccer team. I found $1. I claimed it for myself. I bought Lisa some food with it, and we had fun. We really, really had fun. Every time we were out here, it did not feel like a school day. It did not feel like you guys were my students. We felt like we were having a good time. That let's just go hang out with the friends and fly this drone. So yeah, I agree with Lisa. Thank you, Lisa, for that. So real quick, so the every 15-minute project was targeted to juniors and seniors, which you guys are, and this was based on the idea that we're trying to scare you and help you make positive and good choices when out in a social environment. And if there's drinking and driving, or drinking and there's drugs, that you need to think twice about the actions you're taking, because you're not just affecting yourself, you're affecting your family and others' families, and things could go really, really wrong. So this project, you guys were working behind the scenes. Tell me how the event affected you and your decisions from here on out.
I mean, I don't know about like affecting. I mean, I'm be honest, ever since the production, I am thinking about it like kind of like every day. Let's see, I'm not really gonna say it, but like I was hanging out with a couple friends after that, you know, and you know it was like a little party, you know, this and that, and yeah, of course there's drinking involved too. Yeah. So the whole time I was just thinking about it, I'm like, hey man, like we just did a film about this, you know, like why the heck is this happening, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, ever since then, yeah, I just kind of been thinking about.
Yeah, it got you to think, and that's all we
yeah.
needed, man. That's all we always said. If we could affect one person to think twice about drinking and driving, then we did our job.
Yeah,
Lisa, how did this project affect you?
The same as Sergio. I really thought about it afterwards. I thought about what you said about having a drone team maybe for next year.
Oh, you know what? That's it. Thank you once again, Lisa. Man, let's go to some applause for Lisa. All right. Enough. Yeah. I did want to announce on here that I am gonna form an official drone team, and I am going to purchase more drones and invest a lot of time and money into this drone team and make it an official club so that we start fundraising for ourselves. And the whole goal of next year's drone team that I want you guys to know is we're going to get you certified and we're going to get you licensed. Okay. Oh, yeah. If we could get those two, that means you could walk into any government agencies and you know start getting paid for some of the work that you do, man. Like, I mean, you guys did some great work, and that is my goal for next year, to form and really build this drone team. Okay. Yeah, thanks, guys. I really owe you guys a lot. You guys were a big part of this film, and you guys made me feel a lot better, a lot more comfortable that this film was going to be possible because of what you guys put yourselves through. So thanks, Lisa, for that, and reminding me that this is an official announcement, we are going to build an official drone club, Los Altos drone team next year, and we're going to try to join competitions. We're going to hold our own obstacle courses. Maybe, you know, Lisa could show us how fast she goes, and she could, you know, be the lead for our drone competition team. And yeah, we're gonna really build this next year.
I think it'll be pretty cool too. I really do. If so, I really do recommend that. Recommend trying on doing that. You know, it's a pretty cool experience flying a drone and stuff. You know, it's a lot of fun. You know, you learn a lot. You learn a lot.
And we'll get off this topic real soon. But it's not only fun, but a lot of government agencies are using drones for their everyday work. Yeah. The police sends up drones all the time. The city officials, they send up drones all the time. When they're doing a site survey, agriculture, they send up drones all the time. There are drones and camera. The future is in the air. The future is in the air. It's there. So if I could give you guys more exposure to that, if I could give you guys more opportunities to fly drones, learn about them, do it properly, get you certified and get you a license, man, you could walk in anywhere with just those 2 certificates and the license and possibly place you in a good opportunity to get employment, if not a career change, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And that's the goal, man. Okay, so let me talk to you about the future. What's next in the future? Lisa already told us she's going to be our captain for our drone team next year. But what's in the future for Sergio?
Whoa, what do you mean by that? Like in the future, like
So what are you going to do from here on out? What are your future plans?
okay, well, that's a good question because honestly, with this whole drone thing, I am trying. Well, I want to be in the service after high school, of course, and with this drone thing, it's cool because my one of my guardians, he kind of pointed out, he's like, hey, like with the drone thing, like you could kind of make it a career in the service,
So you're going to join the Marines, the Army, Marines?
The Marines, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my.
So the future for you is the Marines, and now that you see what possibilities are out there with drones, so that's where you're trying to head.
Yeah.
Okay,
like
piloting.
That, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice. Good. And so we already know Lisa's going to head our I keep trying to put Lisa in charge of our drone team and she just does not want to do it. So Lisa, what's in the future for you, Lisa?
For the drone team, I'm
or
thinking,
just in general in life. What's in the future for you?
I wanted to become an ultrasound tech.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully we point you in the right directions and we open doors with you, open doors for you in your future. And again, I want to thank you guys for this opportunity, for being my second guest on the Conquer Rundown podcast. Once again, you guys stitched this whole film together for me with the great shots that you guys put together. I really appreciate what you guys did. And, I'm really hopeful for what's coming up in the future for you guys with this drone team. And not only that, but it's your senior year. Mm-hmm. You guys are going to be able to do some fun stuff next year.
Okay.
And thank you once again. You guys did a great job. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys learned a lot about yourself. And any final words?
Honestly, I did want to tell you one thing. Honestly, just whatever it is that you're trying to do, just go for it. It doesn't matter how you look like, what you dress like, and stuff like that. Because honestly, like, you see me, like he looks like a crook, whatever, this and that. But honestly, like, it doesn't even really matter. Like, you could talk to any of my friends and stuff. Like, I'm really open-minded, which I think that's what a lot of people should be, open-minded. Take opportunities. Just take whatever's there. Just make something out of it.
Yeah. So for a lot of people can't see what Sergio's talking about, but he says, take a look at me and you'll judge me for what I look like. And that is true. Sergio looks like a little gangster. He looks like a gangster from Puente, or I don't know where. I don't want to say anything, but he's got that image, that look. And that's not it though. That's not who he is. That's not what he's about. That's not what he produces. He is a straight A student right now, I believe.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Surprising for real.
He's a straight A student. I've been working with Sergio for a long time. I've been working on his confidence. I've been trying to pump him up. I've been trying to point him in the right direction. And I don't want to put anything out there, but he seems to have found his pathway, and that's what he's verbalizing right now. Don't judge me by my cover. Just judge me by my actions and what I'm doing. And look at him right now. He's going to be in the military. He is a drone operator. He's the captain of one of our teams here, drone teams, and he could do it all, man. So don't judge a book by its cover, everybody. So thank you very much for those wise words. Thank you. I appreciate the effort you guys put into everything. And that is it for us on episode number 2 of the Conqueror Rundown, the every 15-minute experience. Next week, or I'm sorry, not next week, tomorrow, we will bring the pre-production team. These young ladies were in charge of all the pre-production work, the 911 phone call, and much, much more. And you'll get to know them tomorrow. So that is it for us. We'll see you around the bends, everybody.